Today, we're going to get under the hood of a really great horror story. We're not just going to tell it, we're going to take it apart, piece by piece, to see what makes it tick. How does it build that sense of mystery and absolute dread so masterfully? All right, let's jump right in. Right off the bat, the story hits us with this one perfect line. Think about it. It tells you everything you need to know to be scared. We have a place, buyer of house, and we have a very clear, very ominous rule. And in a story like this, you just know that rule is there for a reason and that someone is definitely gonna break it. The unease starts right here. So why the rule? Why is everyone so afraid of this place? Well, this is why. 3. That's how many bodies have been found inside that house this month. In just 1 month. So that vague sense of dread we had, it just became a very real, very deadly threat. The stakes couldn't be clearer. And this is where things get really interesting. Because this isn't just your typical ghost story or a haunted house tale. No, this is framed as an impossible crime. It's a puzzle, a mystery that on the surface seems to completely defy logic. The author gives us a really specific set of rules for the crime scene. And every single victim is found under these exact same conditions. Think about this. The room is bolted from the inside. There's no weapon, no way in, no way out. The only thing they find is the body. And the person looks like they were literally scared to death. How is that even possible? Let's take the latest poor soul, Raghav Sharma. The scene is locked up tighter than a drum. Not just the door, but the windows are sealed with iron bars. And when they find him, not a scratch on him, no blood, no sign of a fight. Just that look on his face. Pure, undiluted horror. So the big question is, how do you kill someone with nothing but fear in a completely sealed room? Okay, so into this absolute mess of superstition and fear walks our protagonist, Inspector Arjun Mehta. He's our anchor to reality. He's all about logic, evidence, and reason. He doesn't believe in curses, he believes in facts. In a way, he's us, trying to make sense of it all. And this line right here. It tells you everything you need to know about how this guy thinks. When he's faced with something that seems impossible, his brain doesn't go to ghosts, it goes to a person. A very careful or a very clever human killer. He's convinced that logic is the key that will unlock this whole thing. Now, what the author is doing here is just brilliant. They're using a classic setup from detective stories, the locked room mystery. It's a trope that immediately makes us think of a clever solution, right? We're expecting a hidden passage or a super rare poison. We're primed for a logical answer, which makes the illogical horror that's coming that much more effective. So this is the central conflict. This is the engine that drives the whole story. Is our inspector right? Is this the work of some kind of criminal genius? Or have the townspeople been right all along? Is buyer of house actually cursed? The story's got us hooked, and we have to know the answer. So how is Arjun going to get that answer? Well, he does exactly what you'd expect a determined, maybe slightly reckless detective to do. He decides he's going to face this thing head on. He's going to spend an entire night alone in the locked room. And this little exchange just lays it all out. You have the constable voicing all the local fear, giving this really chilling warning about seeing something you're not supposed to see. And Arjun's response? One word: superstition. He is so confident, so rational. And he is walking straight into a trap. So the door clicks shut behind him, and immediately the tone shifts. The story talks about the silence, but it's not just quiet. It's described as a heavy, oppressive presence. It's almost like the house itself is a character in the story, and right now, it's watching him. It's waiting. And here we go. This is the moment. All that suspense, all that tension, it's all been leading up to this. This is the turning point, the moment where logic just completely shatters. It starts so simply, so mundane. He's just looking at himself in a mirror, a quiet, everyday moment. The author really slows it down here, forcing us to lean in, hold our breath, because we just know something is about to break. And there it is, 2 words. In that one tiny moment, Arjun's entire reality just gets annihilated. The fundamental laws of the universe just broke right in front of him, using his own face. This isn't some cheap jump scare. This is deep psychological terror. And then, if things weren't bad enough, it starts talking, and its very first words get right to the heart of the story's theme. See, this isn't just about a monster, it's a warning. It's about the arrogance of thinking every secret can and should be uncovered. Some truths, it's telling us, are dangerous. You can just hear the panic in his voice here. This question isn't coming from an inspector trying to solve a case anymore. It's coming from a terrified man whose entire worldview has just collapsed. He's finally face to face with something completely, utterly impossible. Wow, just what a horrifying answer. This thing isn't the ghost of one person, it's some kind of collection, an echo made from all the other people who, just like Arjun, got too curious. It's a cycle. To investigate the mystery is to become a part of it. And that horrifying cycle can only lead to one place: the story's tragic and, frankly, inevitable conclusion. We're about to see the final price for Arjun's relentless need to know the truth. The next morning, his team breaks down the door, and just look at the final report. It's an exact copy of all the others. The locked room, no cause of death, no evidence, and that same horrible expression of terror. The man of logic didn't solve the case. He just became the latest piece of impossible evidence. And that's what makes this ending so powerful. Arjun's death doesn't solve a thing. In fact, it does the opposite. It confirms the mystery. His rational investigation became the ultimate proof that the supernatural force in that house is real. Logic didn't beat the curse beat logic. And the story leaves us with this one final chilling image that kind of breaks the fourth wall and brings the horror right to our doorstep. The cycle isn't over. The entity, now maybe with a little piece of Inspector Arjun inside it, is still there, watching and waiting for the next person who just has to know what's inside the locked room.